Hello, I'm James Heaney, and you're on my Patreon page. I'm looking for support from people like you to help me meet my milestones and my artistic vision for my future. It's simple. I'm going to try to do all these things with or without meeting the goals. But if I meet these goals, I will sacrifice anything I can to make sure to complete them. First goal, super simple. If I make $100 a month, I will maintain the dailies. I will do them every single day. Or what it really is I'm not going to let them pile up past 3 because you can't collect more than 3. So I'll make sure to keep on top of those dailies. I'll be playing that with subscribers, with friends, and it'll be live streamed on Twitch. Afterwards, it will go up on the adventure bits. Now, for $500 a month, I'm going to make sure that I put up a vlog every single day. It's going to be difficult, and I'm going to try to put these vlogs up either way, but with that backing, I'm going to have no excuse not to sacrifice my time to make sure those vlogs are out. For $1,000 a month, I will be able to sacrifice my time and make sure that I dedicate myself to creating digital art every week. Now, I also want to do not just digital. I have a Wacom board, and that's my fail-safe. I can promise that. But I'm also going to be trying to do art with things such as just flat-out real paint. I'm a collager. I'm a painter. I do a lot of things. I might even sew things. But at the bare minimum, I'll make sure to create a piece of weekly digital art. I more than likely will make a video so that you can see the process of that, but at the very least I will share that art every week and give my own interpretation of what that means. Now, for $1,500 a month, I'll have a weekly fan mail show where I read fan mail that comes into me. Inspired kind of by the Strong Bad from All-Star Runners. I thought that show was very funny, and I would try to make it as entertaining as I can with my own personal The Real James Heaney spice. For $2,000 a month, I'm going to do a morning news show. It's going to be daily. I've already done one of them. It is difficult, but I know that if I have that much money, that there's no reason I can't sacrifice the time to get the news stories, and get the artwork, and make that video live every day. I hope that you're entertained by the one that I've already made. $2,500 per month, I'm going to do a monthly music show live. That will mean that I'm going to bring a special guest in with me once a month, and we're going to jam together, playing some songs that you've already heard, perhaps some songs that are made on the spot, but it'll be once a month. Somebody special will join me. For $3,000 a month, I'm going to make a how-to video using a character. If you look back on my YouTube page, you might see things such as me building a dresser from IKEA. And that character had cut-off shorts, and he talked like this, and he was like from Chicago. So I'm going to make a do-it-yourself video. It might be a recipe, it might be a cocktail, it might be an IKEA piece of furniture, but I'll do that in character and we'll upload it online. Now, for $3,500 a month, I'm going to do candid camera guerrilla theater, which is dangerous. The reason is you can get in trouble. What that means, guerrilla theater, is where you go out into the world and you perform theater, but the people around you don't know it's theater. For instance, when I was in college, one of my classes had us come up with guerrilla theater. What mine was, is I went into the subway, and I don't suggest doing this, and I would never do this again. I was young and I was stupid. But we had hazmat suits and microphones to look like different pieces of equipment, and we were just looking around like this. And then all of a sudden, I would pack my things up and run outside of the place. I lied. I didn't run. I actually was walking like I was trying not to look like I was running. Simple guerrilla theater. But I'll do something monthly like that. It's not pranks. It's something a little bit more classy than that. It's not a fool on somebody else. It's more of a fool on me. Now, for $4,000 a month, I'm going to do a monthly comic book strip, which is something that's been, I've wanted to do for a while, but I just don't have the incentive, and I spend hours and hours, and I always get rid of the things that I create. So what I'm going to do is, for that much money, I will make sure to do a monthly comic strip. Now, my original goal was actually not to make it a strip, and I don't know how realistic this is, but it was going to be more like Far Side, where it's one picture with a joke on it. But I think that if I split that into a couple different images, that's what a comic book strip is. So it's a pretty big goal, and I think it's probably the most challenging of all the things on the list for me to personally complete. If I make $5,000 per month, This is the most entertaining one, and the reason it costs so much is because if I do this, I'm going to need to give incentive to the improvisers. But we're going to do Dungeons and Dragons campaign with improvisers as the players, perhaps an improviser as the DM. I'm going to find the most qualified dungeon master and make sure that they have incentives to come and dedicate themselves to finishing that campaign, because I don't want to start it if we're not going to finish it. Finally, for $6,000, and it's not finally, these last two things are kind of mixed. For $6,000 a month, I'll do a traveling show where one of my videos a month will be in a different state, different city, at a famous location. Now, the video might be dedicated to what this location is, or it might simply be part of one of the other videos that I do. Maybe I'll do the news from Washington. That'd be crazy. But it'll be a different location every month. And then for $10,000 per month, which is a crazy amount, I'm not expecting it, but if I make that, I will dedicate myself to going somewhere different in the world every month and doing a video there. It's going to be difficult and it will be costly, but I think it will be worthwhile. I think that's the type of thing that will raise the production value of my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for your time. I hope that you find it in your hearts to put some money towards the Patreon. I guarantee that I'm going to work my hardest to make you feel like you invested your money correctly.